Want to know how to turn $500 into $5,000 when you sell your house? Yep, I said that right. It's not clickbait. This isn't about gutting your kitchen or maxing out a credit card on fancy upgrades. This is about smart, strategic, do it yourself projects. The kind that buyers notice, appraisers appreciate, and your wallet will thank you for. If you're thinking of selling your home or just want to boost its value, stick around because I'm about to break down the top 3 DIY home improvements that give you the biggest ROI when it's time to hit the market. Let's dive in and make your home shine without emptying your savings. Hey friends, I'm Josh with Lasquette Real Estate Services here in beautiful Sacramento. Realtor, DIY enthusiast, and your personal real estate strategist. Over the years, I've worked with homeowners from all walks of life. I've helped first-timers, downsizers, flippers, and families selling the home they raised their kids in. And here's something I've learned. Most people think they need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get their house market ready. But that's just not true. You don't need to knock down walls. You don't need to hire 5 contractors. You don't even need a Pinterest board the length of the Mississippi. What you need is a plan. With just a few targeted improvements done the right way, you can make your home look amazing, sell faster, and boost your bottom line big time. And today, I'm breaking down the top 3 DIY projects that actually move the needle. The ones I've seen work again and again in real world sales, right here in Sacramento and beyond. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start prepping, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. All right, let's talk about one of my all-time favorite transformations. And no, it's not a new kitchen or a fancy bathroom remodel. It's paint. That's right, paint is like magic in a can. Seriously, there's nothing else out there that gives you this kind of visual impact, emotional boost, and resale value for so little money. Think of it like this. Paint is the mood lighting of your home's personality. It sets the vibe before the buyer even registers anything else. Let's break this down room by room and surface by surface. Interior walls. This is where you want to keep it classic and neutral. We're talking colors like Agreeable Gray by Sherwin-Williams, Alabaster, a soft warm white, or Simply White, a go-to for modern farmhouse or traditional charm. These tones make your space feel open, clean, and move-in ready, and they give potential buyers that beautiful blank canvas to imagine their own life in the home. Here's a pro tip. If you're covering a bold or dark color, don't skip the primer unless you like doing things twice. Baseboards and trim. Here's an underrated gem. Crisp, clean trim makes your entire house feel freshly detailed. It tells buyers this house has been cared for. Dull, scuffed baseboards, they tell a very different story, one you don't want in the listing photos. A bright semi-gloss white usually does the trick. It reflects light and resists scuffing from vacuums, pets, or rogue toddlers with toy trucks. The front door. Never underestimate the first thing a buyer touches. That front door makes a statement. Want to really stand out? Go bold. Classic black for elegance, navy blue for a modern twist, even red or teal can work if your style leans fun and fresh. Just make sure the color coordinates with your home's exterior palette. And always use exterior grade paint so it holds up in the sun and rain. Okay, so let's talk numbers. Average cost of DIY paint job, $200 to $600. Potential return at sale, $2,000 to $5,000. That's not a typo. Multiple studies from places like Zillow and HomeLight back this up. Homes with fresh paint routinely sell faster and for more money. And buyers walk in thinking this place is done, not how much is this going to cost me? Okay, here's some real talk. What's the worst color in your house right now? Be honest. Is it a mustard yellow from 1997? That one purple accent wall that seemed like a good idea after watching HGTV at 11 p.m. Drop it in the comments. I've seen some wild ones, and maybe I'll do a reaction video to the craziest paint fails. All right, here's a few quick tips to nail your DIY paint job. Always do a test swatch first. What looks good in the store might look weird with your lighting. And don't forget prep work. Tape the trim, clean the walls, and protect your floors. And then stick with satin or eggshell finish for walls. It hides imperfections but still reflects light nicely. And keep a wet edge when painting. This prevents roller marks and touch-up lines. Paint isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. It says this home has been loved, and buyers feel that the moment that they walk in the door. So before you knock down a wall or start demoing tile, grab a roller, because sometimes the most powerful upgrades come in a 1-gallon bucket. All right, let's talk about one of the fastest ways to add that wow factor to your home without picking up a sledgehammer. And no, I'm not talking about knocking down walls. I'm talking about lighting and hardware. Now, these small details make a massive impact, but when they're outdated, they scream, "This house needs work," and nothing kills a first impression like a crusty brass doorknob or a boob light from 1994. Outdated fixtures equals outdated feel. Let's fix that vibe fast. You know what I'm talking about. The builder grade dome lights, they've had their time. It's over. Shiny brass knobs and squeaky hinges. Leaky or stained faucets that make buyers cringe. Let's look at how you can level up without blowing the budget. These are all DIY friendly and pack a big punch. Your light fixtures, you don't need to go full designer mode. Some of the best upgrades are under $100. Look on Amazon for a semi-flush mount matte black ceiling light. It's under $60 and gives that perfect farmhouse industrial vibe. Or for bathrooms, try the 3-light matte black vanity light with clear glass shades. It's affordable, modern, and fits almost any style. And just to be clear, I'm not sponsored, I'm not an affiliate, and I don't get a single dime if you click or buy anything. These are just honest recommendations from what I've used or seen work really well in the homes that I've helped sell. Now, cabinet hardware. This is where a small investment can seriously elevate the feel of your kitchen or bathroom. On Amazon, the Golden Warm 30-pack of brushed nickel T-bar pools is super popular, very modern, and only about $35. Need something a little bigger? The Amerdeco 10-pack of 5-inch cabinet pools give you a wider grip and look super clean on larger cabinets or drawers. All right, faucets. If your kitchen or bath faucets are stained, dated, or dripping like a slow jazz solo, swap them out. It's easier than you think. Just follow the instructions and turn off the water valve first. Trust me, don't skip that part. Learned that one the hard way. You can find great options on Amazon for under $75. Look for brands with 4+ stars, plenty of reviews, and a modern brushed finish. Your ROI breakdown cost is anywhere from $100 to $400. Potential return on sale, $1,000 to $3,000. That's an easy win. And more importantly, these upgrades make your listing photos stand out, which equals more showings, more offers, and less time on market. Drop a comment below. What's the weirdest, wildest, most outdated light fixture or doorknob that you've seen in a home? Quick DIY tips. Use a screwdriver and template jig for cabinet hardware. Makes drilling a breeze. Turn off power at the breaker box before switching out any lights. Dimmers are gold. Add one and suddenly your space has ambiance. Don't go overboard with mixing metals. Matte black or brushed nickel throughout creates a clean, coordinated feel. At the end of the day, buyers don't want to feel like they have a long to-do list the minute they move in. Updating your lights and hardware says this home is ready, and that one message can be worth thousands. So go ahead, grab that screwdriver, make some swaps, and give your home the glow up it deserves. All right, you've heard it a million times. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. But in real estate, that's not just a quote. It's a cold, hard truth. The moment a potential buyer pulls up to your home, whether it's for a showing or while scrolling online, they're forming instant opinions. And trust me, if the yard looks tired, neglected, or messy, they're already docking points before they step inside. And in most cases, you can boost it with a weekend, some elbow grease, and a little creativity. Here's what I recommend tackling first. All of these are super doable, even if you've never gardened or held a power washer in your life. Number one, add planters or flower beds. Color catches the eye, and a pop of green and seasonal blooms give off that lovingly cared for energy that buyers crave. Use boxwoods for structure. They look clean and professional year round. Layer in seasonal flowers like pansies in the spring, marigolds in summer, or mums in fall. Don't want to dig? Use large planters by the front door or walkway for a quick facelift. Now, here's a pro tip. Keep cemetery in mind. It makes your exterior look intentional and balanced. Number two, power wash walkways, driveways, and siding. This might be the most satisfying $30 you'll ever spend. Rent or borrow a power washer or even a high-powered hose nozzle and clean off your sidewalks, driveway oil spots, porch railings, siding, or brick. I mean, it's basically like Botox for your house. And number three, mulch, baby mulch. Fresh mulch does wonders. It defines space, adds color contrast, and makes any landscape look polished. Stick with black or dark brown mulch. It photographs best. Apply 2 to 3 inches for a lush look and weed control. Edge the bends for that clean HDTV reveal. The bonus of this is that it keeps moisture in and weeds out. Function and fashion. Number four, paint your mailbox. Look, I know it seems random, but the faded, rusty mailbox, it's low-key sabotaging your curb appeal. Use spray paint design for metal or plastic. Choose a dark, neutral, or go bold with a pop of color to match the front door. While you're at it, replace any dented numbers and tighten the post if it's leaning like it had too much wine last night. Number five, tidy up the visual clutter. Hide trash cans behind a screen or on the side yard. Coil up garden hoses, fix loose pavers or cracked stepping stones. Trim trees or bushes that block windows or walkways. Okay, let's talk numbers because you know I love numbers. Your cost is going to range between $150 and $500 depending on what you tackle, but your estimated return is $1,500 to $4,000. Here's a bonus. Your listing photos will look 10 times better, which means more online interest, faster showings, and better offers. All right, here's a little homework for you. Pause this video. Yep, right now. Go outside, stand across the street, and take a photo of your front yard. Now, ask yourself, would I want to buy this house? Be honest. Does it say welcome home or needs work? Drop your answer in the comments, or even better, tag me in your before and after shots. I'd love to celebrate your curb appeal glow up. Here's some quick DIY tips. Keep your hose and garden tools hidden in a bench or deck box. Use solar lights to highlight walkways and beds. It's cheap plus classy at night. And add a welcome mat with personality. It's the last thing buyers see before they walk in. And avoid too many lawn decorations. Looking at you, inflatable flamingo army. Curb appeal is about telling a story before they even get to the door. And when that story says this home is well cared for, this home is worth seeing inside. Buyers pay attention, and more importantly, they pay more. So don't underestimate that front yard, that walkway, and that first impression. Give it a little love, and it'll love you right back at the closing table. All right, so let's bring it home and recap what we've covered today. Because if you're feeling inspired, but maybe a little overwhelmed, that's totally normal. The key is this: you don't have to do it all at once. Let's zoom out and look at the big picture. Fresh paint, it's budget friendly, instant transformation, and great for creating a neutral, inviting space. The cost between $200 to $600, potential return $2,000 to $5,000. Pro tip, stick with soft neutrals and touch up trim. It makes your whole home feel cleaner. Fixtures and hardware. Easy DIY modernizes your space instantly and makes your whole home feel finished and up to date. Your cost $100 to $400 and your potential return $1,000 to $3,000. Pro tip, swap out anything that screams builder grade or 1990s dentist office. And then curb appeal sets the tone before they walk in and subconsciously signals care and value. Your cost between $150 to $500 and your return of $1,500 to $4,000. The pro tip here, buyers decide how they feel about a house in the first 7 seconds. Curb appeal sets that emotional tone. Now look, if your time or budget is limited, that's okay. You don't need to swing a hammer and knock out all 3 this weekend. Ask yourself, what's the one thing that's hurting your home's value the most? That's your starting point. Maybe it's the faded paint job from 2009, or those yellowed light fixtures that even your grandma would call outdated. Or maybe it's just a front yard that looks like it gave up on itself. Start there. One project, one weekend, one big impact. All right, so what's the first project on your list? Drop it in the comments and let me know. I'd love to cheer you on or offer ideas if you're stuck. Because sometimes just taking that first step is all it takes to build momentum and ultimately build equity. Here's what I want you to do next. Walk through your house with a buyer's eye. Make a short list of what looks tired or outdated. Prioritize paint, lighting, and curb appeal. Head to Home Depot or Lowe's this weekend, and hey, maybe grab a coffee too. Knock it out one project at a time. All right, deep breath in. Let's be real for a second. Selling your home, prepping your space, making decisions, it can feel like a lot. And if you're sitting there thinking, where do I even start? You're not alone. But here's the deal. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be expensive. And you don't have to do it all at once. Because a few smart, intentional, and doable DIY upgrades, they can completely shift the energy of your home and help you walk into the next chapter of your life with confidence and clarity. You've got this. You're more capable than you think. And if any part of this feels too big or you just want someone to guide you through it all, I'm only a phone call away. Seriously, call me, text me, email me, whatever works for you. This is what I love to do, helping people like you take the next step without the stress, without the guesswork, and without feeling alone in it all. Now, I want to hear from you. Which project are you tackling first? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on, offer some guidance, or even feature your before and after in a future video. And if this video helped at all, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, encouragement, and real estate insights, and share this with a friend or family member who's thinking about selling their home, because one small tip could make a big difference for them too. If you're in the Sacramento area or thinking of making a move here, let's connect. You deserve a realtor who listens, who cares, and who actually gets it. Whether it's your first home, your forever home, or your fixer-upper adventure, I'm here for it all. Because real estate isn't just about property. It's about people and helping you feel empowered, equipped, and excited for what's next. As always, remember, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. I'll see you next week, friends. Until then, happy hammering, happy dreaming, and happy homemaking.